बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की।
Why did Prime Minister Narendra Modi chant Jai Bajrang Bali at all the 3 public meetings he addressed in Karnataka?
बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की।
Why did Prime Minister Narendra Modi chant Jai Bajrang Bali at all the 3 public meetings he addressed in Karnataka on May 3rd? This was to counter the Congress who promised to ban the right-wing outfit Bajrang Dal in its election manifesto. Before this, Modi had accused the Congress of trying to lock up those who worship Lord Hanuman.
बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की।
Why did Prime Minister Narendra Modi chant Jai Bajrang Bali at all the 3 public meetings he addressed in Karnataka on May 3rd? This was to counter the Congress who promised to ban the right-wing outfit Bajrang Dal in its election manifesto. Before this, Modi had accused the Congress of trying to lock up those who worship Lord Hanuman in the same way as it had earlier locked up Lord Ram. The Ram comment was a reference to the Babri Masjid. The Bajrang Dal usually makes news for the protests it organizes over various causes which are often violent in nature. In the almost 40 years of its existence, it has been accused numerous times of harassing Christians and Muslims over issues of illegal conversion and love jihad. However, it is not always that the Prime Minister springs to its defense, and in the past, even the BJP top brass has been reported to have urged the Sangh Parivar to rein it in. Here is a brief history of the organization, which has its motto, Service, Security and Sanskar. The Bajrang Dal is the youth wing of the right-wing organization, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad or the VHP. It was formed in 1984 to infuse young blood and muscle into the Ram Janmabhoomi movement for building a Ram temple at the site of the Babri Masjid in Ayodhya. According to the outfit's website, the Bajrang Dal was born on October 8, 1984, when some Hindu saints were embarking on a Ram Janki Rath Yatra from Ayodhya. The website claims that when the then Uttar Pradesh government refused to provide security to the procession, the VHP asked some youth to take up the job. This is the website which says, hundreds of youth gathered in Ayodhya. They performed their duty very well. Thus, Bajrang Dal was formed with a temporary and localized objective of awakening youth of UP and get their involvement in Ram Janmabhoomi movement. In a meeting held in Lucknow the same month, Vinay Katiyar, who had been Varanasi Mahanagar Pracharak, suggested to VHP head Ashok Singhal that the VHP should have its own youth organization. And thus, Bajrang Dal was formally created. Its name was chosen to highlight its association with the Ram Temple movement. Bajrang Bali is one of the names of Lord Hanuman. Its slogan was, Ram Kaj Kinhe Bina Mohe Kaha Vishram. How can I rest without fulfilling the cause of Lord Ram? Up until December 1992, the Bajrang Dal played a prominent role in mobilizing support for the Ram Temple cause and in the eventual demolition of the Babri Masjid. However, in the years immediately afterwards, as the Ayodhya issue went to court and the BJP started expanding its political footprint, organizations like the VHP and the Bajrang Dal faded out of the limelight, and many of their members hold a grudge against the BJP for using and then letting them fall by the wayside. On its website, the Bajrang Dal says its functions involve Constructive activities like management and development of places of worship, collecting grass for cowsheds, maintenance of order in religious congregations, immediate relief activities during natural calamities, etc., and also agitational activities. Apart from these agitations, some of the additional issues can be like this: renovation of religious places, cow protection, social evils like dowry, untouchability, etc., and protests against insults hurled at Hindu Maan Bindus. Has Bajrang Dal ever been banned? Yes, by the Narasimha Rao government after the demolition of the Babri Masjid. However, the ban was revoked a year later. Christopher Jaffrellet, Professor of Indian Politics and Sociology of King's India Institute, London, and non-resident scholar at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, has written in the Indian Express that ever since its inception, the Bajrang Dal lacked the disciplinary regimen of the RSS. Up until 1993, the Bajrang Dal did not even have a uniform. Bajrang Dalis recognized each other by one sign only: the saffron-colored headband bearing the word Ram that they wore. Therefore, after the ban on it was lifted in 1993, the Sangh Parivar decided the Bajrang Dal needed more structure and control. Jaffrellet writes, on July 11, 1993, the Bajrang Dal was provided with a uniform, blue shorts, white shirt and saffron scarf, and a handbook aimed mainly at those in charge of training. Now, this handbook emphasized the importance of discipline. However, over the years, discipline has not been an attribute the Bajrang Dal has most made news for, hitting the headlines for harassing couples on Valentine's Day, storming pubs, staging violent protests against artists they believe are offending Hindu sentiments, and more gravely for allegations of involvements in murders like that of Australian missionary Graham Staines and his sons in Odisha in January 1999 and of 19-year-old Masood near Sulia, Karnataka in July last year. While the Bajrang Dal has been banned only once, calls for banning it have been raised earlier too by BSP leader Mayawati in 2013 and Lok Janshakti Party leader the late Ram Vilas Paswan in 2008. And in 2008, the Congress too had demanded a ban on Bajrang Dal. In 2002, then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was reported to have urged the Bajrang Dal to tone down, something LK Advani repeated in 2008. Thank you so much for watching. If you like our explained videos, then don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, The Indian Express.